Alright, so we have this. Now we need to start to get our brushes in, our water splash brushes. So if we can kind of see from our advertisement reference page, we get these kind of water splashes right here. So let's go ahead and work on that. So we're going to hit the letter B on our brush for our brush tool, and then right up here where we see the size, we are going to click on that. That should open up this. Hopefully this is a little bit of a refresher. We're going to go to the settings wheel, and then we are going to go import brushes. Now it's going to default to the brushes area of the hard drive, but what we need to do is go to our downloads, and we need to find that Fanta add folder, and it should be this watersplash.abr. So this Adobe brush, we're going to open that. If we close all of these, or if you have any closed, you'll see water splash at the bottom. It's very hard to tell what the shape of these are with this. So if we were to hit F5 to open up this, we can get a better idea of what our shapes might be, what we might want. So if we go right here, I believe this 352 one, we're going to want to open up our can split folder and also the can folder, and we are going to want to put a new layer in between layers, the middle and the bottom. Well, first let's go ahead, we'll put one all the way at the bottom of this area, so that way we get our first one. It's kind of behind that. So if we scroll down, we've got this, and then we can highlight this lemon slice layer right here, hold command, add a new layer right here. So now we have one underneath. It's in the group, and we have this. So if we hit the left arrow for on our keyboard, that you'll notice that it will rotate. Right bracket will make our brush bigger. So we are going to want maybe something if I hold shift, it'll rotate a little bit faster, but maybe something like this. And then now what we're going to need is we push this in, and then if we zoom out a little bit, we want to make sure that we're getting this into the actual frame, our canvas. So I mean, a 1900, we could probably go maybe a little bit smaller, 1800 for the size. You could kind of tweak the angle of that brush a little bit too, but we are on a separate layer, and then what we're going to do is change this color to kind of like a light blue maybe. So we've got something, maybe try this C71 or C7F, 7FA, and then let's see how that looks. That would not be the greatest because we want to make sure that we actually have our opacity and our fill up to 100. And then now if we click that, yeah, like that's not bad. If you think it's a little bit too blue, which could be, we can kind of make another adjustment there with that. Maybe kind of go a little bit lighter, even a little bit towards this side. Let's see if that one works a little bit better, or just kind of keep finding one that you think will work. So maybe that one's not too bad. So that, if you like this one best, then you could try the DAF 5F7. And then if we go back to that F5, try this 368, I believe. So we can try that, and then we can also change the angle, but we might not even need to worry about changing the angle that much. But if we're definitely going to want to make it larger, and then we kind of have this on a separate layer, so we add a new layer, and then we kind of click, and we have this. Now we can hit Command T, and then we can right click on that and flip horizontal, and we can start to kind of move this around, maybe move this up so it's actually kind of, yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe it's underneath the middle, but above the lemon slice. Maybe it's below that lemon slice. So if we were to have that below it, or yeah, maybe it's kind of shooting out from here, so it's coming through and then shooting out from there, kind of wherever you think kind of looks best for you. And then we can hit that F5, and then maybe highlight that layer 8, make another layer, and then F5. We can try, I think it's this 356 one. We can make this brush larger, and then change the angle. And then we're kind of almost kind of meeting. So it's almost kind of like that. So it's kind of splashing through, and then what we're going to have to do after that is start to add in those lemons, like as if it was like the Fruit Ninja game. They were slicing through the can of soda, and then we'll kind of add those lemon slices and add some blurs to it, and then the Fanta logo.